guys, my name is Nairi and you will find me on the Nairi Squash channel, which is all about adoption, everything relating to adoption, the children, you, trauma, behaviours, it's all there. So if you think that could be interesting to you, then please hit the pink subscribe button down below. And today I'm going to talk about stage 1 and stage 2 of adoption, bearing in mind these are my experiences, and actually we adopted from foster care, so it was a little bit different, but I'm going to give you enough of an outline for you to understand what generally the process is and what they're looking for, so you have an idea how it's going to go for you. So stage 1 is all about checking that there isn't anything in a way that's going to prevent you from being an adopter. It's making sure that you don't have a criminal history, your house is stable, your relationships are stable, there's 3 references there that have come in, and making sure that all of that is ticked off along the way. Involved in that will be a medical, you know, whether you're overweight and those types of things. A boring process, for want of a better word, because they have to do all of those checks first before they can move to stage 2, but it kind of has to be done. And it's a nice feeling actually to go through that, and once all that's done and all those things have been checked, to know that you can move on to stage 2. So if there's anything that you think that might come out of the woodwork later on, don't try and hide it. It's really important that you get it all out from the beginning. So if you have a criminal history of any type, you need to declare it. If it's a criminal history against children, then honestly you're not going to be able to move forward. If you think you've got a house move coming, or there's a problem with the house that's going, it gets to it, then it's best to say from the beginning. Choose your referees really carefully, because there needs be people that know you well and know about your abilities with children, who are going to give a fair appraisal of you. So again, you don't want to choose somebody who might be negative about you, or actually doesn't know you well enough to actually, you know, give a really good account. As far as the medical is concerned, you're going to go for a full medical. So again, there's no point in holding back. Say if you've had a period of depression or you have other medical issues, you need to say from the beginning about those things. And they might well ask you to lose weight if you're over a certain BMI. That will probably be variable depending on where you are. They need to know that your relationship is stable and you've been in that relationship long enough for them to presume that it's a permanent relationship. So if you're in a new relationship, you're not likely to be able to move forward. You don't have to be married. It doesn't have to be a particular type of relationship. It can be same sex, can be heterosexual. That's not really the point that they're looking for. What they're looking for is a relationship that's strong and firm, and that is going to be resilient throughout the adoption process. So you'll go through stage 1 and then you'll move on to stage 2. And this is going to be where you're going to be experiencing the training that they offer, which will raise lots of questions, possibly more questions than answers, but it's important for you to go through that process. And they will also start coming out to you and doing their assessments around your family and how you live, how you tick, get to know you, and dig deep. They will dig deep into lots of different things. So what you can expect is them to be asking you about your finances and whether your financial situation is stable, and how it's going to be for you if one of you gives up work for a period of time, how you're going to cope. That's a biggie really, because they want you to have a period of time at home with the child. They're also going to want to see your house if they haven't already, and make sure there's nothing glaringly obvious about your house that needs put right. That's more than likely to have already happened, but if anything is still outstanding, they'll want to make sure that that's okay. They'll want to know about your immediate family, whether there's any particular problems within them, illnesses, things that have been significant around your family, and also if you've had significant bereavement or trauma yourself. And as mentioned in my other videos, they're going to look at your childhood and dig deep as to whether you have got over any issues in your childhood. They're going to ask the 2 of you, if there are 2 of you, how your relationship works together, who does what, and what would be the triggers for arguments and how you resolve arguments. So they're not looking for you to say we don't have any, but they're looking for you to know how you resolve issues, because clearly if you bring a child into your unit, everything's going to change and you need to work together really well as a team. They will go through the assessment process, which I don't know how many sections there are, maybe 6, maybe 8. Probably visit you fortnightly, monthly, depending on what their work capacity is. So, you know, you might get through stage 1 and 2 within 6 months. It might be sooner, it might take longer if they've got more exploring to do. Throughout this process, it's difficult for a potential adopter because all you can think about is getting through the process and getting that child. And I understand how hard that would be. But from their point of view, they have certain criteria that they need to work their way through. And the more cooperative you are and the more open you are about things, in a way, the more questions you ask, the easier it's going to be for them to know that they've covered those aspects. So unless there's something significant that I've just mentioned there that is raised within this process, there's absolutely no reason why you can't get through stage 1 and stage 2. And then you will get your approval as an adopter. I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you have, then please just hit the subscribe button. You'll see my face pop up on the screen at the end. So thank you for listening. Goodbye.